I was thirsty there. We are live, another Square and Compass live stream. Welcome, everybody. Please take a moment if you're just joining us to jump in the chat and say hello. I was very honored today to receive, I'm going to show this off. It's from a brother who watches the podcast, a beautiful Masonic challenge coin from Paul Revere Lodge. And a pin from the same. Want to see it focus on this. Come on. Give it a good focus. All right, well, for some reason, this camera's not focusing very well on this thing here. Hello, Ryan. There we go. Not bad. But a pin from Paul Revere Lodge as well. A couple of stickers from their Instagram channel, Cigar Squad. I hope you guys will check out this awesome Instagram channel. And a note, which I'm going to read here. Very kind. Brother Cameron, I've really enjoyed your YouTube content. It was great chatting recently on your live. Looking forward to future chats. As you may recall, a brother from Massachusetts, my lodge was chartered by Most Worshipful Master Paul Revere, the Grand Master of Masons of Massachusetts. As a member of the lodge and love American history, it's always meant a lot to me to be part of this lodge. As a result, I created a challenge coin and pin for the remaining 20 lodges that were chartered by the Grand Master. Enclosed one of the pins and challenge coins. Also included a couple of stickers from Instagram channel. Keep up the good work and spreading the good word, brother. That was incredibly kind letter as well. So thank you so much to our brother for that. These are going to make an excellent addition to my Masonic collection. The letter I'm honored to receive as well. So truly an appreciated thing. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please take a moment, hit the like and subscribe button. Also, congratulations to Great Western Lodge on an excellent degree tonight. I very much enjoyed attending it. And to everybody who is here, thank you so much for being here. Let's just give it a few minutes. Let's see who joins. And Ryan, hello. I hope you're doing well. As I'm making a bunch of noise as I get my computer out. How is your night going? Good. Yes, it was a great night, so. I'm doing well. Like I said, I got these really beautiful coins and pins celebrating a very historic Masonic lodge. The British are coming indeed. I'm definitely going to post about that tomorrow. But thank you for being here. I know I'm doing very well. Let's give it a bit of time. Let's see who joins. As always, hit that like and subscribe button. This won't be a very long stream, but I will be back on tomorrow. I may be doing something this weekend as well, so we shall see. But if I am doing anything special this weekend, I will let you know for sure. And please don't forget, if you want, to take advantage of the gifted Patreon membership. I probably could use an assistant, to be honest, but no, I'm okay. It sometimes feels that way, though, with all the work I do, but I think I'll be all right. Cameron is well, Dream Seeker. How are you? And welcome to everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. Editing is always fun. I don't know what you saw, but I got a lot of really cool stuff. I got this awesome pin from, or coin, I should say, and pin from Paul Revere Lodge. It will be added to my collection. And I hope everybody will, have checked out my past collection episodes. Dominican, well, thank you. That's very kind of you, Dominican boy. Please hit like and subscribe. How's it going for you? How's editing treating you? I know it can be really hard. Oh, we got the hearts. That's usually a sign of Smokey. By the way, Smokey, I will be sending you the link for our September 29th live stream very shortly via Discord. So be ready for that. I can imagine that'll keep you busy, but that's awesome. Keep up the good work. My cat's playing with a toy over there. It's getting very big. I did a podcast episode from not my September 24-hour stream, but for my August 24-hour stream. I actually went through my entire collection, every pin, every coin, every letter, document, keepsake, pen, tarot cards. So it was, it's very, very big. I can't even imagine, I wouldn't even want to guess at the number of them, but between my coins and my pins and everything that comes with it, it's been very, very big. But it's also something I have to be grateful for, right? So there is that as well. The oldest piece. That's a really good question. Honestly, it probably have to be either my Masonic ring or my dad's Masonic jewel, which belonged to my grandfather, which would date to, he got it in the 70s, but so probably 75, 20 years old would be my past master's jewel that came from Windsor Lodge. I'm currently getting it appraised finally, so I have it for insurance purposes. But yeah, I would say that would be it. Freemasonry, it's not always the oldest piece that means the most. It's the story behind it. However, oftentimes having an older piece can be a really good, can mean a lot to you. So. It is, and it's something I'm incredibly proud of that I have it. I definitely feel like I earned it. One thing I've recommended in the past, and I'll recommend this again, aside from taking the time to get all of your different Masonic items properly insured and documented, both for insurance purposes if they get lost, but also for police if they get stolen. You've got the documentation of them that you can then use to take to the police, and the police can take it to pawn shops, things like that, to try to find it. The other thing you should do is keep a Masonic journal, and in that Masonic journal, keep a list of not just the Masonic meetings you attend, but anything special that you got in these meetings. So if you're presented with a special coin, pin, whatever it is, have a journal so you remember not just that you have the item, but where you received it, when you received it, what was happening at the time, and how it made you feel. Yeah, I would say it's a good thing to remember. I'm doing well, Michael H. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well also. Probably won't join what? Probably won't join Freemasonry? Why would you describe it as a crutch, if that's what you mean? I'm not quite sure to what the reference is, but I'm assuming it's referencing Freemasonry. I don't take it personally. I don't think you're putting me down, but I'm still not positive. I assume you mean Freemasonry, but I'm curious as to, what it is about, like why you would use the term crutch to describe Freemasonry. Um, I mean, would you apply that to almost any organization or civic group or social group? Or do you think there's something specific about Freemasonry that kind of you would define it as a crutch more so than other groups? Fair enough. Well, if you ever want to have that conversation, you know where I am. You can also contact me through my social media or info@squareandcompass.ca, or we can have the conversation later. But I do appreciate you being here nonetheless, and thank you so much. And hit that like button if you're not done so yet. Share this stream with other people. Thank you so much to everybody who's been here so far. Conversations are always enjoyable. If not for conversations, what would be the purpose of these streams, right? So, no, I appreciate you being here nonetheless, though. Please take a moment, hit that like and subscribe button to everybody who's joining. These 1 a.m. streams, there's no specific comments or topics. It's just us hanging out and chatting. So let's see who joins and if they want to talk about anything. And as always, hit like and subscribe. Join my Patreon, all that good stuff. Thank you, Dream Seeker. I do try my best. I don't say I always succeed. Well, no, but you can contact me through email, right? info@squareandcompass.ca. So you can contact me, info@squaregamers.ca. I mean, I wouldn't want to have a conversation necessarily over the phone. I I don't talk on the phone very much, but obviously we could communicate via email, and I'm always happy to do so. I was not. I was never a Boy Scout. Right now, I'm trying to find a an email. Working on an exciting event coming up soon, October 1st, actually. So no, I was not a Boy Scout. There's a lot of connection between Freemasonry and Boy Scouts, though. Obviously, a lot of Freemasons in the past have been Scout leaders. I know. I understand there was even some overlap in leadership. There's actually a like Masonic Boy Scouting joint conference, I think, though I don't know if it's still going on. Once upon a time, though. I love old books. It's going well, Courtney. How is your night going? I hope also going well. I have no idea what any of that means. I do not know if that's a literal bridge that was burned in Cincinnati. Um, I do not know what happened 2 years ago. Many bridges fall down, is all I can say, and get burned. But I do not know what specifically to which, or that to which you are referring specifically. That's the fun part about Freemasonry. You meet brothers everywhere. Genuinely, I would say that's my favorite part of Freemasonry. Is meeting brothers from around the world, actually. Well, I mean, I've been a Mason now for 20 years, give or take, since 2007. So, I mean, the joining is already well finished. Um, and when I first joined Freemason in 2007, I never considered myself as joining a bad thing, because I knew enough about Freemasonry based on my familial experiences to kind of have confidence that what I was joining was a good thing. Now, there are definitely days when I'm disappointed in Freemasonry, when I'm frustrated by Freemasonry, when I dislike Freemasonry. But that's not because I think it's bad, it's rather because I think it's good and I wish the membership was more dedicated to it than they are, which is a different thing than thinking Freemasonry is bad. But no, so I never considered to be joining a bad thing. Again, the badness in Freemasonry, if it comes from anywhere, it comes from the members not failing to live up to the responsibilities, in my opinion, or the obligations of what it means to be a Freemason. But that is definitely a conversation for another day. Um, no, why would I think Knights of Columbus is treacherous? I mean, plenty of sand in the sandbox. I have absolutely no issues with Knights of Columbus. Um, I'm not going to throw up some Freemason gang signs for two reasons. One, because Freemasonry is not a gang, so we have no gang signs. And I would not throw up any modes of recognition signs because I took an obligation, and to throw up those signs would be, amongst other things, limiting the relationship I have with my brothers, because the whole purpose of having private and unique modes of recognition, rituals, call them what you will, is it maintains the bonds of brotherhood between our friendship, maintains the bonds of brotherhood between the Masonic members within a lodge. But no, Knights of Columbus, I mean, treacherous against what? Against whom? I've known some Knights of Columbus, great group of guys, and I will always support any civic organization and any civic group. So. As Dream Seeker says, Knights are a great group. They are a great group. Like I said, I've known a few of them. I mean, I'm not sure why. If it's simply because they're Knights of Columbus and that's it, then that's weird. There's no reason to dislike somebody because they're Knights of Columbus. If maybe just through bad luck or coincidence, every Knight of Columbus you met happened to be kind of a challenging person to be around, then sometimes it happens, right? There are plenty of Masons I don't like, but that's not a reflection on the organization as a whole. Okay, I wouldn't say I know a lot of Knights of Columbus, but I've known, I don't know, several. Pick your term, maybe half a dozen. All great guys, all friendly enough. No issue at all with Knights of Columbus. Maybe it's not so much Knights of Columbus, but just the Knights of Columbus that you met are pretentious. I know pretentious Freemasons. I know pretentious carpenters. I've known pretentious lawyers, pretentious plumbers, pretentious neighbors. Sometimes pretension is it's a quality of people, not of groups or not of organizations. Every now and then I make a good point, Michael H. Not often, but every now and then. And by the way, I'm getting closer and closer to being able to do super chats and channel membership. Um, Believe me, once I get there, I will definitely be promoting the heck out of it. In the meantime, though, if you want to support this channel, the best way to do so is Patreon. So please consider joining my Patreon, patreon.com/square and compass. And and we're just giving you time to see who joins. Like I said, these 1 a.m. streams, I tend not to have any specific topics. It's just me hanging out, waiting to see who wants to join. But for now, really, we're just going to give it a bit of time and see who else joins. And then, as always, I'll be on 1 p.m. as well today. So we'll see who joins for that. I mean, cooking ramen is always fun, but if you're feeling lazy, then for heaven's sakes, don't push it. Be willing to take yourself a little bit of a break. I will say sometimes ramen that you don't even cook tastes the best. Just eating the noodles without cooking them, that can be a pretty good snack. I've known a few people over the years who've done that. I think it's always fun. Well, I mean, I have no idea what that means. If it's a Star Trek reference, then they're fictional characters, so you can in fact join, even if you're blood brothers with them. However, I guess if that keeps you out, then so be it. And by the way, this stream isn't about anybody having to join or wanting to join Freemasonry. That's not my concern at all. It's just me talking about what I love about Freemasonry and also, some of my experiences with Freemasonry. So it's more about me sharing my experiences, not wanting to encourage others, that type of thing. You thought they were, LOL. Well, in that case, if they are real, then hey, more power to you. I'm going to keep on running up the assumption they are not, in fact, real. Although I think I once read somewhere, let me double check. Okay, so I guess I was wrong. Um, William Shatner was not a Freemason. I wonder if Leonard Nimoy is. This might be kind of a fun thing to look up. No. Any Star Trek cast members? Now I'm curious. Cast members, Freemasons. Some debate that actually Gene Roddenberry was a Freemason. LB Things, Stephen Moore, what is that about? LB Things, I like your screen name. This channel is about Freemasonry. Um, I talk about Freemasonry, I have podcasts about Freemasonry, and then I live stream and just answer questions about Freemasonry. So, I'll be things and stuff. If you have any questions, please let me know. Also, I just like to hang out and chat with people. Also, LB, if you hit the like and subscribe button, I would truly appreciate it. And thank you for joining. And I love Star Trek too, LB. I love Star Trek too. I mean, I guess I probably can't say that anymore, honestly, because um, I'm not really conversant in newer Star Trek. Not that I have anything against it, I just don't really watch it. I grew up I was born in '83, so I absolutely loved um, and still love Star Trek: The Next Generation. Will always vote for Picard over Kirk. I also really enjoyed DS9, Voyager. I liked Enterprise quite a bit. I think more so than most. Never got into the original series because it was before my time. I never got really into really any of the later stuff. Um, I think for me, with I enjoyed the Chris Pine Star Trek movies, but then after that, I never really got into the new stuff. I did enjoy, actually, I will say, I did enjoy the Picard series. 3 seasons. I liked all three. I much enjoyed series two or season two of Star Trek Picard, the one where they go back in time to deal with Q. Um, but hey, if you love them all, that is awesome, LB things. I mean, I kind of feel that way about scary movies. I'm one of those people who I love almost all horror movies, and in a series, I love every movie in, let's say, Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street or whatever it might be. When it comes to Star Trek, I I don't love them all, but hey, if you're a fan, like I said, for me, so definitely Captain Picard is my favorite character, and the Next Generation was my favorite series, and then I really did enjoy Picard as well. Okay, what's your favorite scary movie or favorite horror flick, LB? For me, my favorite horror flick is A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 or A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. Um, my rule is always it depends on the day and the type of weather. If it's a sunny day, my favorite horror movie is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. If it's a rainy day, it's A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. And those are not only my favorite scary movies, they're my favorite movies altogether. There are four lights, yes, from season 6, episode 2, if I recall correctly. I do not think Spock is actually a person unless there's a Spock of which I'm not aware, which is very possible. However, well, I think you're referencing Leonard Nimoy, because Spock is a fictional character, unless there's another Spock. Um, Not any favorite if you had to pick one. Like I said, even though I love them all, for me, it's A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 or A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5 are my two favorites. And as always, please don't forget, LB, to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I like Star Trek just fine. So the fact I like Star Trek should be worthy of a like or a subscribe. Hellraiser, okay. Do you prefer the OG Hellraiser or the new one? I will say this. I think in terms of horror franchises, I think the Hellraiser franchise is the most underrated franchise. There are a lot of really great Hellraiser films in that franchise. Like a lot of great films in general, right? I think 3, Hell on Earth, is amazing. Hellraiser Part 3, starring Terry Farrell, who was also Jadzia Dax in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So there was that one. Then there was Part 4, which was incredible, which starred Adam something or other, who was on Parks and Rec, but he was also the helmsman in Star Trek First Contact when Worf said ramming speed. Hellraiser 5 and 6, I thought were incredible. Hellworld was amazing. Deader, I think, is a very underrated Hellraiser film, and just very underrated film in general. So I really love Hellraiser, and I think the franchise is not nearly as respected within film community and horror community as it should be. Um, I like Wishmaster. Wishmaster, so to me, Wishmaster is a little bit different. I love the first Wishmaster. I thought it was incredible. I was not as big a fan of the sequels. Well, I did enjoy the third sequel, but for probably different reasons than the scares. Um, well, I think the Holocaust is terrible, Michael H. And I'm proud to go on record and say I think the Holocaust was terrible. But that's real life horror, which is a very different thing. Um, Never seen Talk to Me. Enjoyed Smile quite a bit and enjoyed Insidious as well. I started watching Talk to Me, but I think I started watching it late at night and I fell asleep and I haven't been able to get around to it since. But I enjoyed Talk to Me quite a bit. Or sorry, Smile. I liked the sequel to Smile more than the original, though. I thought the sequel was so good. I loved the scene in the apartment where all the demons are looking at her and they smile at her. That was very scary, but very, very cool. So yeah, actually, I used to do midnight movie watch-alongs. I have 2 channels, LB. Well, I actually have a few, but I have 2 main channels. I have this one, then I have my personal channel. That's the one where I talk more about this type of stuff, um, like scary movies, horror movies, things like that. And I do midnight movie watch-along, so that's on my list to do. Wasn't a huge fan of Get Out. No worries, Courtney. See you tomorrow. Get yourself some sleep. You got your proficiencies to work on. So LB, I'm curious how you came across my stream. Do you ever search for like Freemasonry or like ever do any searches for anything about, I don't know, the occult, secret societies, history? However it is, I'm very happy that you got to join. Thank you for being here. That's why I do these streams at 1 a.m. because sometimes you come across an audience I don't get during 1 p.m. Sometimes, for some reason, we get flat earthers on this stream. I don't know how they find me, but well, there you go. Yeah, so it's nice to know we're all dealing with it. Nelson, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. I hope that you're doing well. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your very kind gifts. I showed them at the start of the stream. That was incredibly kind. This is absolutely beautiful. um, as is the pin. I just, by the way, followed you on Instagram. So if you guys get the chance and you want to go to Instagram, go to Cigar Squad. It's Instagram cigar CIGAR underscore squad SQUAD. Follow them there. That's the kind of how it looks. I know it's backwards. I just followed you there. If you want to follow me back on Instagram, please do so. And thank you so much for joining. No, and I appreciate it very much. On your Instagram, do you actually like have Instagram live streams? Do you talk about cigars? Um, that kind of thing? Thank you, and I appreciate your support very much. I'm getting really close to having a live stream where I can do memberships and super chats. I just need to get my watch hours up a little bit more. So believe me, you'll be hearing about that when I get them. Nice. Well, if you ever start to host it again, let me know. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm enjoying um, your streams very much, or sorry, your Instagram very much, I should say. So yeah, it's cigar underscore squad. They've currently got, they're doing better than me, that's for sure. They've got 1,509 followers. So they're doing very well. No, and thank you again. Like I said, for these streams, it's just me, and you'll see some of my stuff about what your gift was tomorrow. For me, for tonight, it's just me hanging out, waiting to see who joins. I don't really have any specific topics. Rather, like I said, it's just me hanging out, waiting to see who joins. Sometimes we end up talking about stuff that has nothing to do with Freemasonry, like my other love scary movies. So that's more for my other channel also. By the way, um, where was it? Now I got to find it again. Um, I haven't, but believe me, I want to because I keep hearing about it. So it's with the guy from here it is. It's with the guy from Rudy, right? And he was also in Lord of the Rings. Yes. Test your smoke alarms. Saved by the Beep. This is from Windsor. The Save by the Beep campaign is approaching, and Windsor Fire Chief Jamie Waffle is encouraging everyone to test their smoke alarms. The campaign is on Sunday and looks to keep people safe if a fire sparks in your home. Being prepared for the fire starts with pressing the test button when your smoke alarm works. Test alarms monthly, replace batteries yearly, replace alarms every 10 years. It saves lives. According to news released from Windsor Fire and City, fatalities from residential fires have been on the rise in Ontario since 2020. So far in 2025, there have been 92 fatal fires across the province. So let that be a lesson to you. This Sunday, be saved by the beep. Test your fire alarms. It does take 2 seconds, and I agree everyone should do it. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it, But, my love of Freemasonry keeps me awake, which you can support by becoming a Patreon member, even for free. Um, Thank you. And it's great for me too. I mean, obviously, I say it, I'm always very tired, but what day is this Sunday, by the way? September 28th. And so let's be a reminder, let's everybody who's watching this, I hope that you will take part in the Save by the Beep initiative and test your smoke alarms, not just this month, but every month. What did they do wrong here? Let me see. It's not letting me post this. Yes, well, thank you for being here, Nelson. I truly appreciate it. Why is this thing not working? I'm trying to send something up on YouTube, and it's failing quite miserably. Oops, I know why. I know why. Almost. There we go. Thank you, Dream Seeker, and I hope that you are doing well also. And everybody who's just joining us, please take a few moments to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know how you're doing, if there's anything you want to talk about. Oh, well, then I guess it worked out. I guess I'll thank your neighbor for waking you up. But nonetheless, thank you for being here. Right now, I'm just posting some stuff online, getting some stuff ready. It's a lot of fun. Dun, dun, dun. I'll be talking about this tomorrow, probably reminding people on my stream also to take part in this Saved by the Beep campaign. Dun, dun, dun. If you want to bring donuts, you can. Certainly, you're more than welcome to. Or Timbits. I mean, no one will ever be upset with you for bringing Timbits. That's for sure. So I would encourage you to, yeah, by all means. Like I said, 10 o'clock. It'll be great to have you join. But mostly just bring yourself. That's the most important thing. Anything beyond that is a bonus. Dun, dun, dun. That helps. I mean, bearing gifts will always help, I suppose, but bearing gifts of baked goods is particularly helpful. I don't know if a lot of people are going to be upset when somebody shows up bearing donuts, that's for sure. Just giving it a few more minutes to see if anyone else jumps in the stream. Then we're going to, like I said, these 1 a.m. streams, I purposely avoid making them too long. Well, thank you, Miss Ayame. That's very kind of you. I hope you'll hit the like button and the subscribe button. Let me know how it's going. If there's anything you want to chat about. When it comes to Freemasonry, any thoughts you have, positive, negative, or neutral, I'd love to hear them. Or any thoughts in general. We're just hanging out. These 1 a.m. streams are just me talking. Most people, when they come on these streams, talk about how I have a really big nose. So it's a whole separate issue. Honestly, that's probably one of the smartest things you can do. Sometimes the best thing you can do is let you know about something, not talk about it. However, that's why I'm here. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. Nobody says hello. How can nobody say hello? But nonetheless, hello, nobody. I hope you're doing well. As always, if you have any questions on Freemasonry, please let me know. And I hope you'll ask me any questions. It's been It's been great. It's been going really well. Well, thank you, nobody. And Miss Sayami, that's very kind of you to say that. Or to do that, I should say. To go around and to be taking the time to compliment people on their live streams. Um, that's a very nice thing to do. So nobody is correct. You should do exactly what nobody said. That sounds a really weird way to put it, by the way, but you should do what nobody said. Like and subscribe. You are not wrong, Miss Ayami. The world does need more kindness, and so it's very kind of you to be providing that to people. Right now, the world needs my computer to work, but it is refusing to for some reason. I don't know why. I do too right now because I kind of need this computer to work, especially for this weekend. Um, I don't know if there's a way to do like if I not able to get this thing back up and running, I'll have to get a brand new computer, and that'll be a pain in the butt. All right. Well, unfortunately, if my computer's not working, I mean, I just plugged it back in. So I think what I have to do is end this stream a little bit earlier than I want to. I think I got this working. Otherwise, it's hard to do the stream. But thank you guys for being here. I normally do these streams for an hour anyways. I will be back on tomorrow, 1 p.m. I look forward to seeing everybody there. I don't disagree with you on that one, nobody, but it's okay. We'll sort it out. But nice to meet you, nobody. Nice to meet you, Miss Siam. First time I've ever liked meeting nobody. No, usually if I meet nobody, I've met nobody. But today, when I say I met nobody, I actually met somebody. So that works out well. And Miss Siam, it was nice meeting you as well. Thank you again for the very kind compliments. If you want to give me more compliments, A, you can hit like and subscribe, and B, you can join me in about 12 hours at 1 p.m. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and bye for now. Um, have a good night.